Hello.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. So, like, so can you just brief me about your background? So just if you can just tell me your years of experience, or so that I can decide upon the complexity. I mean, decide upon the question.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Well, I have like 2 years of Android development experience,
Uh-huh.
but
Okay. So, do you want an easy problem or an intermediate or a
uh,
challenging one?
uh, not easy, probably medium.
Medium. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
So, what would be your programming language? So.
Java?
Java? Oh, excellent. So, I mean, have you taken any interviews in mocking with the
Yeah, I've taken.
interviewing.io?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So the question which I'm gonna give, it has 45 minutes of time for you to
Okay.
attend, just try
Mm-hmm.
out and solve the problem. So if not, I'll we'll discuss after the 41st minute. Okay. So have
Okay.
you seen this problem in probably this is one of an intermediate problem which you can see in lead code. So have you seen this regular expression matching?
Mm,
So your programming language is Java, right? So let me change
yeah,
it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So let me paste the question over here in line number 10. So you have been given an input string X and pattern B. So
Mm-hmm.
you need to check if the given string and pattern matches with each other. So there are we are taking only two regular expressions. One is star and one is dot. So
Mm-hmm.
dot basically matches any single character, and star is it matches none of the characters or one or more characters of the preceding element. So
Okay.
let me give you couple of test cases for you to get a clear understanding. So so if you see this given input AA and the pattern being A, so output is going to be false because the pattern didn't completely match with the given string. So
Mm-hmm.
this is one test case, and I can give you another test case. So yes, output would be true for this. So if you see the pattern, the string is AAB and the
Mm-hmm.
pattern is A star B, the output is true.
Okay.
So this is because C can be repeated 0 times, so it can be either neglected, which means it can match 0 times. So C star can be neglected, and we have A star B, which is which A star can serve AA, and B matches with B. So the whole pattern and the string matches with each other. So the output is returned as true.
Okay.
And there is one more special case which I would like to tell you here. So here is the one more special case. It's not exactly the special case, but it comes in the logic. So if you have a pattern called dot and star, so dot is matches with any single character, and that
Mm-hmm.
character can be repeated 0 or more times. So in this
Mm-hmm.
case, your output would return true.
Okay. So that means that like a dot. Okay. Um, I see.
I would
Mhm.
uh, I would suggest you to work out few examples with a pen and paper and like try to understand the problem, more about this problem. So once you get the pattern, like it's gonna be easy for you. It hardly
Okay.
takes any time. Okay, so
Okay. I
go
see.
ahead.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. More of any character. Let's see. Okay. So I think so. I have let's see. So so I'm just trying to think of edge cases where. So let's see. Um, E- 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 Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think this case, for example, in this case, if I only like did uh, a star, I would like simply just went like, so if I saw a star, then I would like simply go check these A's.
Mhm.
In that case, I would miss this, but so I would have in this problem, I'm gonna have like to I'm gonna have to have like multiple ways of
Mhm.
going about it. So if I have a star, every
Mhm.
time I go different paths. One is like when it's zero, then it's only one character of the uh, before the star. Then two, like kind of like that. So like every possible uh, way you can do it, and then because in this case, if I only try to do it two times, then it would fail. But in this case, it has to be true. But I
Yes.
can't really know that it's gonna. I have to do one. I have to actually see all the different solution, different ways. Yeah. Um, so when I see a star, I would recursively call the function
Mhm.
mm, either on like zero
Mhm.
or 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 plus one, I guess. Plus one. Yeah. So every time I would see a star, I would try to do it. I would try to match it either once or I mean either zero, so like either zero or one plus one. Uh, so either zero plus one, and it has to be or probably, yeah, because if any possible ways I can go, so like I can diverge in many possible uh, solutions, and if
Mhm.
any of those is right, then it has to be true.
Okay.
It has to be true.
Okay.
If this case, the only thing is this case is when I have a dot and the star. Actually, I think it should be fine. Um, so a dot can match any character, and so okay. So I think so. Yeah. So let me just do like a quickly maybe pseudocode. So if uh, uh, dot. So let's see. So and I'm gonna have to look. So when in a pattern, I would have to look one beyond. So like if I see A, I would have to see if there's a star there or not after it.
Mhm.
Uh, um, so if there isn't, I'm just gonna try to match A and A.
Okay.
With the star, I would have to do the special case where I do multiple ways, or I call recursively. So yeah, if the pattern 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 at I plus one has star, then do something, and if the pattern I plus one doesn't have star, then if it doesn't have a star, then just like try to match, then compare S at I and B
Mhm.
at I.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, this will include uh, that logic too, including the dot logic. But so the interesting thing, of course, that's the easy part. The interesting thing is when it's a star. So if the pattern I plus one has a star, then
Mhm.
um, then either like then recursively
Mhm.
uh, do two cases.
Mhm.
One case would be when I do uh, so let's do this J. So then one case is I advance advance advance. So wait, I is equal to I plus two, and don't
Mhm.
do anything else, And second case is second case actually. Mm, don't advance I, but damn it. So in the second case, I have to do at least one.
Mhm.
But okay. So the
So
second,
I mean, like, just tell me this, like, in a variable I, like, is the pointer for the pattern, right?
I yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
So yeah, the first case I would just like do I equals I plus 2. So like
Mhm.
I skip the the character and the star, meaning
Mhm.
that uh, meaning that um, like it's the case where like it's a zero occurrences of the character. So like I
Mhm.
just skip. No. So in the second case would be actually um, like I try to match the character.
Mhm.
So where uh, compare compare.
Mhm.
I think that's it. And like I was thinking, the problem I had was like when do I stop? But like when I do this and then the call recursively, it will try to do the zero at some point for sure.
Okay. So would you move? So in your second case, like, which pointer would you move? Like, is it gonna be the pattern pointer
Oh yeah.
or the?
So compare, and then after you compare, oh sorry, after you compare,
Mhm.
uh, a plus plus, yeah, the string pointer, yeah, I would advance.
Okay. Okay. String pointer is there in your way. Okay. Okay.
hmm I think that's basically it, if I'm not mistaken. There are
Okay.
probably some edge cases where like I run out of like the pattern, then I will have in that case I will sell false. Oh, actually, so like the cases 1 and 2, I have to do or. So
Mhm.
like I have to do both of them, or I'm sorry, not here. Or, so yeah.
Okay.
And then if I run out of the pattern, I return false, or like if s, yeah, it will have like the pointer has to be like finished at both at the same time. If not, I will return false.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's a special
So
case.
that would be your base condition for the recursion, right?
Yeah, that's the base. So the base. Yeah, the base. So I guess
Okay.
the base would be that, and this like where I compare each character. Actually, no. Just give me a sec. If the pattern I plus one doesn't have the compare including the dot logic. No, no, it's not a base case. It's if else. But yeah, the base case would be if the pointers one is finished and the other is not, is at the end, then I return false in that case. Do you think I should start coding, or there are something else?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, your logic seems to be good, correct? So you just like you can start coding and let's come up with test cases.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So public.
So
Um,
let the function return boolean, like
mhm,
whether the string and pattern matches. So
okay. So uh, what should I call this? Match. Um, match. So string s, string s, and string p. So and then I have int I,
mhm,
g,
mhm,
Uh, what I'm gonna do is if I is less, I is actually greater or equal to. Um, I should have done J, probably the pattern, whatever. But okay, I'll just change it up here real quick. So I'm not gonna get confused.
Oh, you're just switching ing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, just to follow your code. That's it.
So yeah. So if I is greater or equal to s dot length, uh, so if I is greater or equal to s dot length, um, and I guess it could be done in multiple ways, but and j not. Um, if it's equal, it's fine actually.
Okay.
So it has to be like this. Yeah, something like that. Then return false. Else if the opposite is greater, I mean, just less is greater, return false as well. I mean, I could probably do on this or or say if either of those is finished but the other is not, then yeah, then return false. Otherwise, uh, if p dot char at um, j plus j plus 1 is equal to star, then do something, and then else do something else. So else is the easy one. Else is actually else. All I have to do is return return. No, because there's extra logic. If e that char at a is equal to the dot and return true, for that I have to advance g plus plus. I mean I plus plus and g plus plus. Else return uh, p dot s dot char at I equal to p dot char at j. So when I don't have a star, I just compare the characters. So if it's a dot, then
Mm-hmm.
I just return true. and advance the pointers. That should be fine. And if else, I just compare the characters and return that. Um, so in the case of a star, I actually what I do is I call match expression in return match regular expression of S B and I and A plus 2 or so wait, the second case I said compare S and at I and P at G, including the dot logic. Okay, so I think I missed something. So if I do, so in this case I will have to match regular expression. One is like I just advanced, so like it's a zero. The case of like zero occurrences, I try zero occurrences, and the second case I actually have to um,
I mean,
oh
I
yeah,
couldn't
okay. Uh-huh.
see your recursion. Okay.
So so wait, so I compare. So what I'm gonna do is I will so in the second case I compare the two, and then if so in the second, so I'm gonna do S dot char at I equal E dot char at G. Then if it is true, then I just return true. If else, actually, sorry, if it is true, then I call match regular expression with I plus 1 and be the same. Else return false. So if the so like I compare the characters and
Mm-hmm.
then I advance the I by 1. So if they don't match, I can right away return false, because that means one occurrences doesn't work.
Right. So in line number 59,
Uh-huh.
so if the character, the pattern is dot, you just return it true?
If the pattern, I was thinking that should be true. Yeah, because it matches any kind of character, right?
So just single character, right?
Single character. Yes.
Okay.
So
So
yeah, I should.
will that
Hmm.
so with that you will end the recursion if you just find just a dot operator?
Uh, oh, I see what you mean. Will it end the recursion? So let's see. Oh, so if I meet.
Okay, run
Oh
through
yeah.
example, you will
Oh, I
be
see.
able to understand what I'm
No,
trying
no,
to
I
tell
see
you.
what you mean. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, you're right. So in that case, what I'm gonna do, I don't know, like for some reason, like I'm doing recursively, but I didn't think recursively there. So the dot,
Mhm.
then I have to advance this and this. and actually just continue that returning and
Yeah, you got to.
and if in this case actually I if else if uh, so uh, so if this is return, so if it is equal, then if it is equal, then I do match regular expression and just in advance then this. Otherwise, I return false. False. I can't but notice that this is the same as here. So it could be maybe combined. I'm not 100% sure.
Is this
But
same? Are you the same?
like this is the same. Oh, actually, it's not the same. No, that's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same. Here in this case, I don't advance to J. Yeah, but that's fine. So okay. Um, and then actually, I never return true actually. So the case where it's actually true, where I'm finished with both, and that's it. So
Yeah.
if I is greater is equal to or is greater or equal to s that length minus 1 and a is greater or equal to that length minus 1 and return true.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it based on my logic before.
Mm-hmm. Can we run through a few examples with this?
Yeah, sure. So of course, um, so public static
Okay.
and then I just do match regular function of so for example I do a and a and 0 0. It should be probably like this should be like a helper function, where like okay, whatever for now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, okay, so wait, where did I forget? Line 50. Or maybe I didn't close. Oh, yeah, it's just that one. So, string index out of bounds exception. Okay. So in this case, what will happen is I have so and then it's 0 and 0. Then I check these. These are going to be fine. This is not going to be. So I reach this one. Oh, I see. If
So do you
P,
think J plus one would go out of? Do you think J plus one would go out of bounds by any
yeah,
chance?
yeah. In this case, it does go out of bounds because there
So
isn't.
what would
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do in order to check
So,
that?
I'm gonna. So I do all this. So um, if P, I mean if P that one is greater minus 1 minus g greater than 0. Right, so if the length, so for example, in this case,
Or you can simply say that j plus 1 is less than p dot length.
what is it?
J plus 1, if it is less than p dot length, then you can check, right?
Yeah, wait. So it's easier to think about it. So is greater. Actually, j plus 1 is greater or equal to p dot length. And you do any, so mm, I do this case. So let me see. So I have to do that in only here, and in the else statement, I do it every time. So how do I only? So let's see. So this is if else. Does it have to be if else? Yeah, it kind of has to be. Um, so let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Just if p if g plus 1 if p dot char adds g plus 1. How do I separate these guys? So if there is a star beyond, then I do this. If there isn't, oh, I see. So what I can do is, yeah. Else, yeah. Okay. Still, um, line 56. Yeah. So if g
It
plus 1.
should be less than p dot length,
Oh,
right?
wait. Yeah, p dot length minus 1. Yeah. Or this. Yeah. Wait.
1 second. Hold on. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. So if g plus 1 is greater. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, makes sense. I don't know why I did that, but yeah.
And that's fine.
So I need to system that out. That um, true. That doesn't make sense.
Really? Is this going to be
Wait,
true?
no, it shouldn't be true. So I think it's based somewhere here where like I do greater or equal. So if I is greater or equal to this, that length minus 1. Actually, wait. So in this case, what's going to happen is A, then A, right? So what I'm going to do is, in this case, what will now happen?
Wait, what
So
if the last character doesn't match with the last character? If both the pattern and the string are in the last character, both the pattern pointer and the string pointer, okay?
uh
And if the last two characters doesn't match, do you want to return true or false?
so if the last character is matched, then I return true, yeah.
Yeah, but in your line 53, so when the pointer reaches the last character, both the pointer reaches last
Uh,
character.
so it has to be this. Like if it goes beyond the length,
Right, right.
both of them, then I
Mm-hmm.
return true. Otherwise, but then okay, yeah, these pointers are a little bit tricky. So let's see, that happened in line 60 again. So not again, but if p dot char at g. Oh, I see what happens. So, but I thought this case would do it. So if I is greater than s dot length minus 1 and j is less than p dot length minus 1,
Mm-hmm.
or if I is less than s dot length minus 1 and So in this case should have been that J got out of bounds,
Mm-hmm.
but S didn't. That's why I have to return. So actually, so that means that J was greater than P
Okay.
dot length minus one, and I was less.
So can I say this? Uh,
Actually, yeah. Yeah. So in this case, it should be the same then. So, so okay. So done with that case.
okay. Can you
Um,
test this thing?
so let's
Really? Is it false? I don't think so. It's true.
um, so let's see. So what should have happened is it should have like in one of the cases where it should have actually gone beyond. So like you would skip C star and so let's see. So yeah, one case should have been that it skips the C star. Uh, then in this case, so it does J is J plus 2. So it will start here. Then you would match maybe A once, and in this case, so if it is equal, right, then you would advance the I pointer. So let's see, easier if I A, B, and then C star, A star, B. So pointers will start here. So one case is that
Mm-hmm.
um, one case is that so in this way, one time it will do like this for sure, and then it will at that point it will again do the same thing, but we're not interested in that case. I know we know that it's going to return false, but we're going to try. I'm going to try to go through the path that it actually returns true, because only that one has to return true. So I did that. Then in my
Okay.
case, I compare s dot char at and p dot. So like I compare those. If they are the same, then I actually call the recursively, where I advance these.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I would do the same thing, where I do this, and then I advance this one. And then I would do this at a point two, so like I would skip it. In this case, it's both at B, and that means that I'm gonna do this, where I return I plus one, and so like it has to come here. In that case, it should have hit my this case where I is greater than the s dot length minus one, and j dot is greater than p dot length minus one, and should have returned true. Or the other thing could be if it actually did this one and returned false,
Yes,
like
you're
in
right.
these cases. So if
So
I
you.
is um, so that means if I is greater or equal to s dot length, in this case it is true. and j is less than p dot length. That is not true. Or I is less than, that's not, I is not, so that's actually not true. So let me just like make a print statement so I know exactly what's going on here. So follow my logic, we should have returned true, so I'm not sure what's going on. So what I'm going to do is print print I. Out. So 0, 0, 2. Yeah, not too helpful because of all the recursion that's going on, but one
So
of the cases should
I
have
would
been.
change this particular line.
hmm So if P is, so if I is, if, yeah, if J, okay. So if J is greater or equal to P dot length, return S is empty. I see. Um,
So I mean, we are almost in the end of the interview. So like, I mean, the problem lies with the base case. So
mm-hmm.
if you set your base case right, so for example, like I'm trying to tweak your code. If I say the okay, not if S is empty. Sorry. So return if I is greater than or equal to.
Go ahead and equal that. So if J is greater than equal than P dot length,
58.
so it actually tries to compare I think these I and J, but they're like beyond. One of them is beyond.
Okay, if one of them is beyond this, then line number 53 should have saved you.
Yeah,
Return.
if mm-hmm. So in the case when J is greater or equal to P dot length.
All right. So if you alter the base condition, like
Mm-hmm.
then you would be able to like get the correct solution. So as far as the problem is concerned, I mean, you have got the right solution except for the base case. So that's why I told you, like, if you run like multiple test cases or if you think of multiple examples, you will get to know the pattern. So once if you know the pattern, so the question is going to be very easy. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess you did a good job here. Like,
Okay.
keep it up. So what do you think would be the time complexity of the solution?
So in this solution, the time complexity could be exponential.
right? So it's going to be exponential. So can you think of any ways to reduce this exponential thing
Um,
into a polynomial
Maybe like
solution?
memoizing maybe.
Right.
Uh,
So if you draw the recursion tree, you will see the overlapping subproblems. So either memoization or your dynamic programming technique would help you to identify and reduce the time complexity. So ideally, I mean, the solution which is expected for this question would be recursion. And
mhm,
if you had known, like they would have asked you for an improvisation into either
mhm,
memorization or dynamic programming. So
mhm,
yeah, this question is a hard question, but you were able to pull it out. So good.
mhm. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thanks for your
yeah,
time.
thank you for your time and thank you for the interview. Yeah, appreciate it.